Good things come to the...
Here, let me help you.
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. We didn't bag all the loot last time! Brace yourself. Looks like we can't go any further.
Not to worry, allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high. Yeah. Here we go! Yeah! Wouldn't gliding be fast? How rude! Yeah! Yahoo!
Here! Come a little close.
Let's light it up!
Freeze! Didn't see that coming. Wind blade! Don't push.
Time for takeoff. Let's light it up! Let's light it up!
Cool it! Yeah!
Are those guys?
Let's light light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Try not to enjoy.
Let's light it up!
Don't get frostbite.
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy.
I was so sure I was about to die.
To be fair, that could. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer.
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came look.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I...
Whoa! You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned?
The very same.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further?
Well, I think you're not. In which case, why head...
Okay, motion passed by unanimous.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Well, your attitude says maybe you don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Magivari.
Enough already! Ugh! Stop name-grabbing yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Where was I?
You and your partner reached the Merjavari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely! There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Merjavari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow! So, did he make it?
Sadly, in the end, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more. As the gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
Poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt on the wind, that's the dream.
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions, like clearing out the slimes clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that? Is that why Stanley thinks the Mare Javari is the most terrifying place in the world? Because there's no wind there?
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
I'm going in! Think you can get away? Let's light it
This moment will be frozen in time.
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector?
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face. You're saying his imaginary friend is an idealized version of his own self? Interesting idea, but is it true?
Please excuse me. I'll be...
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time to spare?
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told the weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago. They were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's... I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are... Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come... You bet! This is Stanley. If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family... Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited, so what do you say? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it, because my reasons are so...
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help him out. Venti, you coming too?
I don't know.
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me
Dada Upa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. it up! Let's light it up!
Hey, that bunch of hilly churls! Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the Sword of Brilliant Valor, surely! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Let's spark things up a little. Come a little close. You're in for a little shock.
Lo and behold, the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
Are you sure? Looks kinda basic. Why would hilly churls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilly churls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic,
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an anemo crystal fly? They're found if you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But
You're right. You're right. Then this has to be it.
so let's scout around. It's definitely in
There's somebody there.
Stanley. What's he doing?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those more
What? Where?
Maybe another time. Let's light it up!
Rain outlines your fate. Adventure time!
Lo and behold, the shield of magnificent honor.
Liar, liar, pants on a chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached.
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield the one that has, though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such
You do have a point. Shiny new shield. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just let it. Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Hilly Well, okay. You take it from here. Hope you've picked up some Hilly Churlium by now. If not...
Mosimita.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work out.
Piantel.
Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that.
Mosimita.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe...
Mejilla en plata?
Oh, yeah! He actually gave us the shield!
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised! Duh, and I actually helped a lot this time. What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard? Fancy that?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for some...
I'm starting to think Stanley might be a fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dadaupa Gorge. You fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch. I'll get back to my,
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he? Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up, I wonder. If such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future...
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
Today's no good for going out. Did I say that yesterday?
Come in, take a seat.
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchivari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why, Stanley? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Mare Javari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the...
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Madrivari. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. Getting too old. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Yikes! We're busted!
Go away. Save your questions. And just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your—
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack. Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like—
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure. Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences.
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all. And my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details, but the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit—
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that...
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally... This calls for a celebration!
And by libation, you...
No, the wine here's too expensive. I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey!
You made it. Finally.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked... So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, Old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right?
That's right. The tyrant of the winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind, a gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better. Or tiny...
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend. In Old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told. Where a tyrant ruled, I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky, he was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand, let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom, and we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course! The suspense is killing, Paimon! Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples? Really?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Paimon's had it up to here with you!
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze, back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.